Good morning. Welcome back to Morning Qigong. This morning, of course, is Saturday. We are being hosted by the ever-gracious Alexandria Museum of Art, downtown, 2nd and Murray Street. If you've not come to the museum, you need to. Even during COVID times, it is a safe place. It is well worth seeing, and they are our gracious hosts every Saturday, as well as maintaining the grant that keeps me coming to you every Saturday morning. I am pleased to be here with you. It is the 13th of February. We are facing a massive cold front, so I hope you are home safe and prepped and ready to go for this big cold push. It is nice and chilly here, I can promise you. So this morning, as I was actually talking to Georgia, and I do want to mention real quick too, you notice we're not actually in the gallery upstairs. We are in the media room, which has a very cool project called it's a Front Steps project. It's done locally, and it is a series of photographs of families, in essence, on their front porch, being themselves, being families, not posed and formal and so forth. And it's a very cool little exhibit, plus it's local, and it's in conjunction with the Pause exhibition about the reaction of artists to 2020 and the COVID pandemic. So if you happen to get by the museum, it's definitely worth checking out. It's in the media room just past the reception desk, and it's a neat little exhibition. It really is kind of cool, especially if you're a photographer, but neat for anybody. So George and I were talking this morning about the cold and so forth, and I confessed to her I didn't have anything really ready to discuss this morning, and she gave me a wonderful little pearl that, with her permission, I'm going to share with you. We've discussed before about how there are times, especially in your training, as you get into it some, you get advanced into it some, that your training becomes more of a burden. You get to where you don't want to get up, you don't want to do anything, you just don't, I don't want to go to the museum, I don't want to get out, I don't want to do it. And Georgia related to me that those are the times in her life, in her practice of mindfulness and of Qigong and Tai Chi, right before she is due to make a big step forward in her development, which I find very, very interesting. And neither of us have a good answer as to why, but she's found in her own personal life that those moments when she really gets kind of dragged down and she just does not want to get up and doesn't want to do it anymore, always precede a big step forward. And I think that's marvelous. I think it's interesting, and it says a lot about our minds and how we react to change. I think that's a big part of it. It's the simple change, the fact that your body and your mind know that something is coming. There's a shift in mindfulness, a shift in physical ability, a shift in something. And she said that these advances would come in different ways. It might be better focus. It might be more attention to a specific posture. There, the sow, for instance. It might give her some little insight into the system, into what she is gaining from the system, and how she can advance her own practice in the system. So I'm curious now, very curious, if you have encountered things like that in your practice. And forgive my mask slipping. I think my mask is getting kind of wore out and elastic's given up, so it's starting to slip a little bit. Constantly fidgeting with it. I'm curious if you have found something like that in your practice, if you have found those moments occurring, or have they occurred where you just kind of get to that point of resistance and you're having to use that discipline, a little gentle discipline to push yourself that extra step to get through the form, and then something changes thereafter. Something becomes different, becomes better, an understanding comes, or a shift in your practice mentally or physically. I'm very curious. So if you have opportunity and you've had that experience, please message me on the video here, comment me, or if you're on YouTube, you can comment on YouTube. You can send me a direct message on levytaichi.com or Levy Tai Chi on Facebook. I don't know if the website has any kind of messaging system in it right now, but do reach out and let me know. Or if you see me in person, let me know. I am very curious if this is a shared experience. I was trying to think back over my experiences, and it seems to me that the whole thing has been kind of a growing thing. I don't seem to hit those lows, although there are days when I don't want to do it. But it's been a constantly evolving thing for me. I seem to find something new all the time at this point in my practice. I feel like a neophyte most days. I'm learning everything from scratch again. which I think is also an aspect of a more advanced practitioner. You start finding those things a lot as you get deeper into the practice. It really begins to open up like a flower, and you see all the inside, not just the outside. But do message me if you get a chance and let me know how your experience has been with the form, be it Tai Chi, be it Qigong, be it whatever your practice is. I'm very curious. Let's see. Today is Saturday, so Monday, assuming we have power with the ice storm, we will have the live video at 8 a.m. Central Time, of course. Oh, I did want to mention, that was what it was. I want to mention. Leslie reached out to me yesterday and was answering a message on Facebook for me on the Levy Tai Chi Facebook page, and said she was actually having a hard time finding the YouTube site. And I have gone ahead and posted a link and pinned the link to the top of the page at Levy Tai Chi on Facebook to get you to the YouTube page that has all the videos, of course, or most of them. If you don't use Facebook and you're finding this some other way, if you do a search not for Levy Tai Chi but for Paul L. Nettles, you'll find the page. I have been hashtagging the videos as Levy Tai Chi and so forth, but it's not picking up somehow, or I'm so low in the rankings in YouTube that I don't show up. So if you're looking for the page of videos on YouTube, just do a search for my name and that should pop it up. And if nothing else, you can go to Facebook, and at the very top of the posts pinned there, you will find the hard link to YouTube and to our page there. So, all right, I think that's about the long and short of it. I've burned plenty of your time this morning. Do reach out. I'm very curious about your experiences with the form and with growth. All right, and so let's go ahead and begin with our first Sao. Let me find my spot back here in this new and strange place. It's good right there. All right. Deep breath. Lifting the heavens. this. Heater vent. Now I'll gaze this backward. Breathe out. Breathe out. Stars fall to earth. Breathe in. Lion wags tail. marry heavens and earth and separate heavens and earth. Breathe in. Gong sits on his throne. And lastly, stamp the earth. One more. All right. Well done. All the way through. Thank you for joining me this morning, and thank you, Georgia, for being with me and giving us the pearl for our little chat this morning. Remember, as you go through your postures, especially as you go through the weeks and months of practice, there's going to be days when it flows. There'll be days when it doesn't flow. There'll be days, as Georgia was saying this morning to me, and as I related to you, when you just really feel a resistance. Think about that resistance and wonder, maybe it's fixing to be time for a growth. Maybe it's fixing to be time to learn something new, to explore some unforeseen avenue that is just now coming to light but isn't quite there. Think of that as a little growth pain. Embrace it, move through it, and see what happens. And I am definitely interested in hearing from you if you've had experiences like that as well, where you've had moments, days, weeks perhaps, of resistance to practicing the form, and then as you push through, you find a new facet, a new moment of growth, a new moment of opportunity arriving. I'm very curious to hear your experiences with that. June, the receptionist here at AMoA, reminded me this morning indirectly that this is second Saturday. Admission is free, so if you want to do something fun before the bad weather gets here on Monday, come to the museum. The admission's free. Can't beat it. Now today the third floor gallery is closed for an adult drawing class, but the first floor galleries are open. Great exhibitions down here about the pandemic and about the Front Steps project. There's some stuff from LSUA over here. And come see the new and improved museum store. I have been working very hard with Nancy Knowles and Cindy and Bradley here to revamp the entire museum store. And we are getting some fresh artists in here, some fresh blood is a new look. If you've got time, come see. And admission is free. Can't beat it. So we will resume on the videos Monday morning, 8 a.m. We will be back here next Saturday morning, 10:30 a.m. Probably back on the third floor gallery, but we'll be back here in the museum, 10:30 for sure next week. Video, for those of you who don't feel comfortable getting out, it's no problem. We'll continue the videos as long as we possibly can. And thank you as always for your support, the likes, the comments, the hearts, the messages, all that tells me that you're still engaged, you're still out there, you're still enjoying this, you're finding some benefit here. That's why I do this. I'm not doing it for the glory or the tons of money I'm making. I'm not making tons of money at this, I promise you. But for us, to advance all of us. So thank you again. We'll see you Monday morning on the videos. Until then, especially with the weather coming, please stay safe and be well.